He's shaking hands with Raul Castro. World leader last shook hands with the leader of Castro back in 2000 when it was Bill Clinton. Before that, you have to go all the way back to 1959, only the second time since 1959. When that happened, you know, a lot of people were going, is it appropriate for the President of the United States to be shaking hands with this guy who has done so little? Senator Ted Cruz, who is of Cuban descent, actually got up and left during Mr. Castro's speech as a protest. And
I remember it was a chronicle, too, that when there was a summit in South America and President Bush was about to come into the room when he was President of the United States, Fox went up to Fidel Castro and said, you got to leave now. President Bush is coming in. We don't have diplomatic relations to him. Anybody who wants any freedom there, they pretty much, for the most part, get jailed. And they'll have, now they're reinvigorating their relationships with Russia. So this is truly a nation in which we have no diplomatic relations. And that's a titanic move. The President of the United States shaking hands and then going to the right cheek, left cheek, back to the right cheek with Mrs. Raul Castro, because Fidel is evidently still alive, but his brother's in power. So I think that is a huge thing. Also, it has to be intentional. You know where the seat and chart in? It's been days since this thing
Maybe he didn't
done.
recognize him. Maybe, who knows?
We do have a soundbite or a quote from Ted Cruz, his communications director, Sean Rushton. This is what he said. For decades, Castro has wrongly imprisoned and tortured countless innocents. Just as Mandela was released after 27 years in prison, Castro should finally release his political prisoners. He should hold free elections and once and for all set the Cuban people free.
Well, how do the